Red Wings trying to get the sweep. 3 seconds left. Into the zone. The Detroit Red Wings on the Stanley Cup champions.
Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. 5 seconds left in the game. Do you believe in miracles? Yes! Oh, the band is out on the field. He's going to go into the end zone. He's going into the end of the Bears. The Bears have won. The Bears have won. Oh my God! Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. Fly ball to deep right field. This is going to be a home run. I don't believe what I just saw. The Tigers march to the World Series!
Welcome back to This Week in Sports History with your host, Bang and Ang. We got the week of January 3rd. Nope, I lied. We got the week of January 9th through the 15th.
January 9th to the 15th.
And looks like a pretty good one. Pretty decent.
Kind of shenanigans happened this week.
Going on. Hey, if you guys are listening to this and you're interested in trimming your balls up, go to manscaped.com. Use our code.
With a brand new razor.
Brand new razor with a 4000K LED light as well.
Damn right.
Manscaped.com. Use our code TrueCrime for 20% off and free shipping. Help a brothers out. And
so don't ever shave in the middle of the night or something, because then everybody knows what the hell you're doing when they walk by the bathroom door, because it's illuminated.
All you see is the light moving back and forth from you, shaving your balls.
Yeah. Don't worry, the motor's quiet though.
Right? Yeah.
Like, are you looking for something in there? Like, yeah.
Why don't you just turn on the light? Yeah. Why would you not just turn on the light anyways if you're still shaving your balls?
You got a bad lighting if you need a flashlight like that.
It's true. Well, I don't know.
Unless you're
like trying to get under your balls. You don't have a light shining up on your balls, right? So point of it, I would assume.
Yeah, but you can't see it anyway with the light.
It's true. Unless you take some ribs away and Marilyn Manson it, right?
That's not true.
Obviously. Manscaped.com, 20% off and free shipping for their brand new little promotion they got going on. Use the code TrueCrime. And you'll get 20% off for free shipping. So, moving on, January 9th, 1934, Bart Starr, the legend.
Hey.
American Pro Football Hall of Famer. He's a quarterback, obviously, and coach for the Green Bay Packers. He's born in Montgomery, Alabama. Died in 2019.
Wow. Look at that. Bart Starr, 1947, 9th January, Providence Steamrollers, guard. Dino Martin.
Hey,
Dino. You just became the first NBA player to ever score 40 points in a game.
Damn.
It was a 91-68 win over the Cleveland Rebels at Rhode Island Auditorium.
Providence Steamrollers. Dude, they need to bring that name back in some capacity.
You ain't kidding.
It's a sweet name. 1962, NFL prohibits grabbing of face masks.
It took them that long.
Well, they didn't really have face masks until like 50s.
And then when it first got them, they're like, all right, we can't have that.
Yeah.
You just broke 15 guys' neck.
That's sideways and shit.
That's how they break a tackle.
Right.
Can't tackle me if they ain't alive.
That's that dude with the hat on.
Damn, you ain't getting. 1965, Muggsy Bogues on the 9th of January. NBA guard and the shortest ever to play in the NBA. Played for the Washington Bullets and the Charlotte Hornets. He's born this very day, 1965, January 9th, in Baltimore, Maryland.
Won a dunk contest as well. Look at him.
He did.
No, that was Spud Webb. My bad, not Muggsy. 1972, led by future
Lakers. He got his talent stolen, though.
He did. From the Space Jam by the aliens.
By the aliens.
Yeah. For some reason, they also got Sean Bradley, so that's probably why they lost.
Right.
1972, led by Future. Did Jordan dunk on the version of Sean Bradley in the movie?
I think so.
I think so.
Obviously, he had to dunk on the guy.
1972, led by future Lakers All-Star Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, this time going by the name of Lou Alcindor, I believe. No, was he Kareem with the Milwaukee?
That's possible.
I think he was. But Milwaukee Bucks beat the Lakers 120-104, ending LA's consecutive win streak at 33, which is still the longest winning streak in Major League sports history.
Look at that shit. And then he went to LA.
Then he went to LA and was like,
I feel
guys.
bad. I feel bad that I did that, so I'm here to win you championships.
Right.
He was like, okay.
He was like, I know about streaks since I won
right.
how many championships in a row with UCLA.
Right. Ridiculous. 4. Unless you played
Maybe
more.
it was a fifth-year senior.
It could have been.
He said, we already talked about it.
Right. 1970.
The dude that's like 28.
Right. 1977, July 9th. Nope. 1977, January
Damn,
9th.
we just
Right.
6 months, baby.
Super
7
Bowl
months.
11. It's at the Rose Bowl in California, Pasadena.
Hey.
You got the Oakland Raiders beating up on the Minnesota Vikings 32-14. MVP Fred Biltonkopf for the Oakland, and he's a wide receiver.
Pretty much a home game for Oakland. Good for them.
Right.
1985.
Well, not really.
Pretty much.
Kind of.
Hop, skipping away.
Well.
1985, the Flames, Calgary, that is, set NHL record 264th regular season game without being shut out.
No shit.
They still own that record. Went from 81 to 85. Los Angeles Kings have 261 from 86 to 89.
Nice.
Washington Capitals have 244 from 89 to 92.
Great.
Notice the trend here.
Right.
New York Rangers have a 236 from 89 to 92.
Oh.
And Quebec Nordiques have 230 from 80 to 83. Why haven't they been shut out in all that time? Because there was no way you could get shut out in the 80s.
In the early 80s, except for the Quebec Nordiques did it.
What do you mean? These are all people that didn't get shut out for 264 consecutive games.
Right.
You're not getting shut out in the 80s.
Right.
It's like impossible.
Right. Crazy. It's like hockey.
Willing to bet the next 15 on there are all from the 80s.
It's like hockey nowadays. If you look at hockey scores, it's always like 5-4.
Yeah, you're not.
6
Rarely do you get a shutout.
6-3.
Right.
Like back in the late 90s, early 2000s, the scores would be 2-1, 3-2.
Well, we already looked that stat up, and there's similar goals per game. And
1989,
everything, so-
January 9th, Johnny Bench and Carl Yastrzemski
Hey.
elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Good for
Both
them.
worthy.
Good for them. 91, 2 years later, baseball officially bans Pete Rose from being elected to the Hall of Fame for betting on baseball. Damn.
Bullshit. Put him in fame.
Yep.
1991, Dean Smith of North Carolina is 6th to win a 700th career coaching basketball game.
Damn, dude won 791.
a
Dude
lot.
coached for like another 15
Dude,
years.
He is the Coach K of the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Dean Smith?
Yeah.
When did he retire? It wasn't that long
Ohio
ago.
State, wasn't it?
Oh, he died in 2015.
Right. Who did he coach? Oh, Kansas.
To 50. No, he went to Kansas in 53.
Oh, who did he coach? I thought it was
North Carolina. He was Michael
North
Jordan.
Carolina, come on, raise up.
He was North Carolina's head basketball coach from 61 to 97.
Oh, yeah, Dean Smith.
Obviously.
Duh. Jeez. Like, I didn't know that.
Okay, so I thought he coached for like 15 more years. Like, damn, this dude already had 791,
Dude,
but he coached 6 more years.
36 years he coached for them.
Yes, sir. And won.
Coach K game and getting that.
How many championships did he win?
Like 2.
Sad. He won more than 2.
No.
Yep.
Nope.
Two
just
time, 82 and 93. That was it. And 93 was against you know who. You know who. Timeout! Timeout! Wait, we don't have timeout! Piece of shit. 2000, January 9th, Miami Dolphin QB Dan Marino wins his last career game, which is 20-17 versus Seattle.
That's fantastic.
Good for him.
For a guy who never won a Super Bowl.
Right.
To win his last career game.
Right.
I
Also
like
went to
it.
5 of them and lost all. No, that was John Elway, my bad.
Right.
But did go to like 2 or 3 and lost them.
Yeah. Well, what are you going to do?
Well, what are you gonna
Laces out, Dan.
Man.
2012 college football. 14th national championship. That's the BCS type. Louisiana Superdome. Number 2 Alabama beats up on the number 1 LSU 21-0. What a boring ass national championship that was. I remember.
That was an LSU's home.
That was ridiculous. Yeah. Home. LSU's at home.
And Nick Saban's last coaching game, well, before he went to Miami, but won a national championship with LSU.
Ridiculous.
He said, bye.
21-0.
We go to 2017 in the regular college football national championship.
Finally.
Raymond James Stadium, Tampa Bay. Number 2 Clemson beats number 1 Alabama 35-31.
That was a good game.
It was.
It was a good game. January 10th, 1938. Willie McCovey Baseball Hall of Fame first baseman, 6-time MLB All-Star, National League MVP 1969. He was a National League home run leader in 1963, 1968, and 1969 for your beloved San Francisco Giants, William McCovey. Born this very day, January 10th, 1938, Mobile, Alabama.
How long could you drag that fucking out for? January 10th, 1949, American boxer, world heavyweight champion from 1973 to 74. Also did it again 21 years later in 95. Was born in Marshall, Texas.
George Foreman has 25 kids, all named George.
And a grill.
Named George.
Even his grill was named after him.
1984, January 10th, Luis Aparicio, Harmon Killebrew, and Don Drysdale elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame. Aparicio?
Sure, Aparicio. 1985, Lenny Wilkens becomes the first coach in NBA history to get 1,000 games when his Seattle Supersonics defeat the Golden State Warriors 89-86.
Dude, Lenny Wilkens.
And he would remain the only one until like 90-something when somebody else did it. I think Pat Riley.
This guy was still coaching in the early 90s.
Yeah, late 90s.
It's crazy.
For the Hawks or something, right?
Man, it's nuts.
Right.
Yeah. 1989, LA Kings center Wayne Gretzky, January 10th, becomes the NHL's all-time leading scorer in combined regular season and playoff points. Took him 9 years.
Yep.
Crazy. Took Gordie Howe 37. 4 assists and 5-4 home win over Edmonton brings his total
6 years he played
to 2,011 points. One more than Gordie Howe.
One more than
And
Gordie.
he will continue to get more for the next 6-7 years.
Yeah.
Nobody's catching him.
Nope. 1998.
It's like the wins in baseball.
Right.
Or innings pitch.
Or strikeouts. Or, yeah.
Complete games.
Right.
Or.
Back-to-back double headers or something.
Right.
Right.
This dude pitched freaking 18 innings in one day.
Right.
And the next day he pitched another.
Partied all night. And then went and pitched another 9-inning game the next day.
Pitched
right.
another 2.5 inning game because he fucking sucked.
1998, Vancouver Canucks veteran center Mark Messier becomes the 6th player in NHL history to record 1,000 assists. That's a 2-2 tie against the Florida Panthers at General Motors Palace.
I hate ties. I hate that the NFL does ties.
Why?
Because it's not cool.
Why?
It's not cool.
Why?
Because you get penalized for a tie.
No, you don't.
You do.
You actually get not penalized for a tie.
Well, you do.
No, you don't.
If you would have won, it would be a win.
If you have a somebody with the same
Yeah, but if you would have
record
won,
as
it would have
you,
been a win.
But you still got a better winning percentage, so your winning percentage overtrumps the guy that, if you're trying to get into a playoff, it helps you. Look at the Washington Commanders. They would have been helped with their tie this year if they had won the last game.
Well, it's up to
Seattle.
It's up to Baker to show his dominance. Yeah, baby. In 2003, January 10th, NBA announces Charlotte, North Carolina is awarded an NBA expansion franchise.
Hey, worst team ever.
And they're like, guess what, Charlotte? Your name will be the Charlotte Bobcats. And you will start play in 2004, 2005. Eventually, they changed the name back to the Charlotte Hornets after Michael Jordan bought it. It was like, you guys are garbage.
Well, he owned them when they were the Bobcats.
Right. And he was like, well, I think we need to change this back to the Hornets.
Didn't do nothing for him, but
Yeah, but Charlotte Hornets is better than Charlotte Bobcats.
obviously. 2011 college football 13th BCS National Championship. We're at the University of Phoenix Stadium. Number 1 Auburn beats number 2 Oregon, 22-19.
Great stuff.
Yeah.
2022 College National Championship. Lucas Oil Stadium.
National Championship.
Lucas Oil Stadium, Indianapolis. Number 3 Georgia whoops on number 1 Alabama 33-18 after just handling Michigan earlier.
Damn, that would have been the year for Michigan to go fucking basically home field.
It was this year too. No, this year is
This
in
year in fucking wherever it is.
it's in California.
Stupid.
Sci-Fi or SoFi or something.
SoFi Stadium, yeah. Yeah, Georgia would have beat the fuck out of us.
We would have beat Georgia this year.
Maybe. Moving on to the
should
11th.
never-
I know.
I don't even want to get into that. We should never lost to TCU. That's just garbage.
I was editing last week's episode.
Without the 2 pick sixes, we would have won that game.
I was editing last week's episode, and at the beginning, I'm like, well, by the time you hear this, we should be finding out whether or not Michigan went to the national championship, and if not, we might not have any other shows. So we're here, guys. January 11th, 1957, Daryl Dawkins, American basketball center, played for the Sixers, the Nets. NBA breaking a backboard rule.
He must have broken the backboard and a dunk.
NBA breaking a backboard rule.
He must have broken a backboard.
Born in Orlando, Florida, died in 2015. So what, they made it a rule that you can't do it now or
I
something?
guess. 1967, January 11th, San Diego was granted an NBA franchise, and they would be called the Rockets. Bet you guys didn't know that. Franchise moves to Houston for the 1971-72 season.
Damn, these motherfuckers were there for 3 years, 4 years, so they're like, bye.
San Diego couldn't keep a team.
Clippers were like, well, the Clippers came after this, so.
Right.
1970, Super Bowl IV, Tulane Stadium in New Orleans. Kansas City Chiefs beat up on the Minnesota Vikings. Poor Minnesota. 23-7, MVP is Lenny Dawson from Kansas City. He's a quarterback.
1973, American League adopts designated hitter rule, which is the stupidest thing in the whole freaking world.
Well, it's not, but in 2003, Washington right wing Yamir Yager. He scores his 10th career hat trick and adds 4 assists for 7 points and his 1,200 NHL point in a 12-2 win against Florida. Jeez, that's his old team. Or new team. And he played for Florida afterwards, didn't he? Anyways, Yager has 28-plus goals in each of his 13 seasons. Wow.
Dude, and that's just 2003. He played until 2018.
Yeah, that's saying.
He was already in the league for 13 years.
He went to Florida after.
He played in the league for like 25.
Well, he was with Washington. He was with Pittsburgh.
Played for the league for like 25, 28 years.
Yeah, it was good.
Ridiculous.
He's still playing in Russia, I think.
Right. Ridiculous. This guy. 2016, College National Championship, University of Phoenix Stadium. Number 2, Alabama beats up on the Clemson Tigers, 45-40.
Yeah, it was a good game. It was a rematch.
That was a good game.
2021 College Football National Championship, Hard Rock Stadium, Miami Gardens. Alabama beats number 3 Ohio State. Gosh, I hate Alabama so much.
And Ohio State. And Clemson.
Yeah.
And Georgia.
Well, nothing against Clemson, really.
All right. January 12th, 1930. Canadian ice hockey player and co-founder of the Tim Hortons restaurant chain. Born in Cochran, Ohio. His name is Tim Horton.
Because when the Tim Hortons gave it away, huh?
Right.
1944, American boxer Joe Frazier. Olympic gold medal heavyweight champion in 1964. Undisputed
Frazier's
world
down.
heavyweight champion in
Frazier's
1970
down.
to 73. He was born
Frazier's down.
in Beaufort, South Carolina.
Down goes Frazier. That's how it goes.
Right.
Down goes Frazier. That sounds better than Frazier's down.
Yeah. Well, sounds better when you don't say anything.
Right. You say it best when you say nothing at all.
Something like that.
Smile on your face lets me know that. 1958, NCAA adds 2-point conversion to football. 1958, NCAA says, you know what? If you guys don't want to kick a field goal at the end of the touchdown, you can try to get 2 points from the 2-yard line. You're like, really? Like, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, good for them. 1960, Dominic Wilkins, American Basketball Hall of Fame forward, 9-time All-Star from 86 to 94, scoring champion in 1986. He was a slam dunk champion in 1985 and 90. He played for the Atlanta Hawks. He was born in Paris, France.
Look at that shit. 1969, Super Bowl III at the Orange Bowl, Miami.
Oh, the famous, I guarantee we will win.
The New York Jets beat up on the Baltimore Colts 16-7. Joe Namath walks out with the MVP. That's great.
Yeah, good for him. 1975, Super Bowl IX, Tulane Stadium in New Orleans. Pittsburgh Steelers beat up on Minnesota Vikings 16-6. MVP is Franco Harris. Rest in peace. Literally just died a couple days ago. Pittsburgh running back.
I mean, what are you going to do, right? 1988.
Was it Franco?
Yep.
That just died?
Yep. Yeah. Just before they were about to
just before they did the Immaculate Reception anniversary, wasn't it?
Yeah. That's crazy stuff. Yep. 1988, January 12th. Pittsburgh Pirates outfielder first baseman Willie Stargell elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Good for you, Willie. 1994, left-handed pitcher Steve Carlton is elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Fantastic, Steve.
Yeah.
1995, murder trials against O.J. begin.
Hey, if you guys don't know about the O.J. Simpson murder trial, go check out our other podcast, Outlaws and Gunslingers. We got like a 4-part thing on that. And there's no way that guy wasn't guilty. But, hey,
what are you gonna do,
go
right?
check that one out. 2015 College Football National Championship, A&T Stadium in Arlington. Number 4, Ohio State beats number 2, Oregon, 42-20.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Well,
January 13th, 1886. Art Ross, Canadian ice hockey player and executive, He was born on this very day,
He was.
1886. He died tragically in 1964.
And the MVP's most valuable player is named after him.
Art Ross Trophy, baby.
Yep, 1962, Philadelphia center Wilt Chamberlain scores 73 in the Warriors' 135-117 win over Chicago Packers. Chicago Packers in 1962. Wow. At the time, most points scored in an NBA regulation game and remains tied for the third highest total ever.
Fantastic. 1968, January 13th, Minnesota North Stars. Bill Masterson suffers head injuries during a game, dies 2 days later. He's becoming the first ever NHL player to die as a result of the game.
Yeah, poor Bill Masterson. 1971, in a high-profile NHL trade, the Canadiens obtained future Hockey Hall of Fame left wing Frank Mihaljevic from Detroit in exchange for Bill Collins, Guy Charon, and Mickey Redmond. Hey, we got Mickey out of it, though.
Guess what they got, though? This guy.
Well, they got a future Hockey Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but Frank Mihaljevic was better than all three of those guys.
I just said they got a future Hall of Famer. We got Mickey, though.
Right, we got Mickey.
And Mickey was the only one scoring 50-plus goals for us.
Mickey was great. 1974, January 13th, Super Bowl VIII, Rice Stadium. We're in Houston. We got the Miami Dolphins and the Minnesota Vikings.
We know who won this one.
Scores 24-7. Miami Vikings getting their ass whooped again.
Once again.
Larry Sonka is your MVP.
Yes, sir, he is. Well, 1982, Hammer and Hank and Hammer and Frank elected to the Hall of Fame.
Fantastic.
That's Aaron and Robinson.
Right.
What was that word? Respectively.
1985, playing in his 436th career game. Edmonton Oilers Senator.
Edmonton Oilers Senator. They were like co-teams.
Right.
Yeah.
Edmonton Oilers center Wayne Gretzky scores his 400th career goal and adds 2 assists in a 5-4 Oilers win over the Sabres. They did that in Buffalo. Like, screw you, Buffalo.
Wow. 400 goals.
In 85.
Stupid.
Ridiculous.
1997, Connor McDavid, Canadian ice hockey centre, number 1 pick in 2005 draft by the Edmonton Oilers. He was born in Richmond Hill, Ontario.
Connor McDavid, 1999, January 13th. Basketball superstar Michael Jordan. You can only hope you can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. Well, he's like, well, guess what? Try to stop me from hitting base hits.
No, this is second time.
Oh, he's like, try to stop me from winning more championships.
Well,
What do we did? We're on strike.
try to stop me from buying a team and coming back.
All right. Anyway, he announces his second retirement prior to the start of a lockout-shortened 98-99 season.
That would have been a perfect time. He should have just played that season.
All right, he returns in 2001 with Washington. Still scored 20-some points a game.
He did. A couple stretches where he scored like 42 or 3 games in a row.
Ridiculous.
2001, January 13th, Atlanta Hawks retire Dominic Wilkins, number 21, in pregame ceremonies at Phillips Arena. He joins Bob Pettit and Lou Hudson as the only Hawks to have the numbers retired.
Fantastic.
Who else was worthy?
Right, 2004, January 13th. Toronto's Tom Fitzgerald and Gary Roberts become the first teammates in NHL history to play the 1,000th game together.
Oh, nice.
As the Minnesota, as the Maple Leafs beat up on the Calgary Flames 4-1.
That's nice. 2020,
Right.
College Football Hall of Fame Championship.
Oh no.
2020, College Football National Championship. We're in New Orleans, and LSU beats up on Clemson 42-15.
Look at that. LSU finally gets a home win.
Sure do.
2020, Houston Astros manager A.J. Hinch, general manager Jeff Luhnow.
Sure.
And Jeff Luhnow are fired by team owner Jim Crane for their roles in the sign stealing scandal after MLB suspends both for 1 year. And Detroit's like,
hey, bud.
Hey,
Bud. We'll bring you back.
you need a job?
We're going to suck for like 4 years, but
You got those trash cans?
14th January 1921, Ken Sailors, American professional basketball player. He popularized and may have invented the jump shot.
Hey!
He was born in Bushnell, Nebraska. Died in 2016.
Right, it should be called the sailor shot.
Yeah, because nobody was jumping shot.
Right. No.
Nobody was jumping shot back then. They were just passing around. Pass, layup.
Yep.
Pass, layup. That's all it was, dude.
It was
Boringest game in the fucking world.
Garbage. 1943, Montreal Canadiens left wing Alex Smart on January 14th becomes the first NHL rookie to score a hat trick in his first NHL
Hey,
game.
good for him.
5-1 win at home over the Chicago Blackhawks. Look at that. A hat trick, your very first game. You can retire right now.
Well, no, but Connor McDavid did it, I believe. 1968 Super Bowl II, Miami Orange Bowl. In Miami, obviously. Green Bay Packers beat up on the Oakland Raiders 33-14. MVP is Bart Starr himself.
Fantastic. 1973, January 14th, Super Bowl VII, L.A. Memorial Coliseum. Miami Dolphins beat up on the Washington Redskins 14-7. Jake Smith is your MVP for Miami. He's a safety.
There's also Jake Scott, but put some respect on that boy's name. A safety won it, huh? Good for him. 1984, American fast food entrepreneur for McDonald's and owner of baseball San Diego Padres dies of a heart attack failure at 81. His name is Ray Kroc.
Oh, yeah, they got a movie.
Oh, yes.
He does some good stuff for you guys.
You got a movie.
He does some good stuff for you guys to eat that disgusting fucking food like you're eating nowadays.
Right.
You know what? You should always, when next time you pull in the McDonald's, remember these words: "You dirty animal, you filthy fucking pig."
Right.
Don't eat that garbage. You're gonna eat that shit.
Supersize it, bitch.
Yeah. If you're gonna supersize it,
Right.
and get extra McNuggets.
Nobody calls them McNuggets.
We got them nuggets.
They just call them nuggets, but
Just nuggets.
yeah, nobody says, "Can I get a 10-piece McNugget?" That's so 1990s.
I think I still say McNugget.
No. Why?
I don't know. I haven't been to McDonald's since the 1990s.
The only thing that I say Mick in it is McChicken. Give me a McChicken, because that just sounds right. Give me a McChicken. I don't say McNuggets. That's stupid.
McChicken nugget. McChicken McNugget.
McChicken nugget.
McChicken nugget. Well, they should do that.
Oh,
Little McChicken
they
nugget
should make
sandwiches.
They should. Why don't they make a chicken sandwich out of the nuggets?
Yeah, just a little McChicken nugget sandwiches. That's what they call it. McChicken nugget sandwich.
Chicken McChicken slider.
No,
A McChicken slider.
That'd be
No,
this
it'd be
big.
yeah, right. That's what sliders are. Just that big.
dude,
Like a White Castle fucking burger or whatever.
But
But
they'll
they-
be messy because they're gonna goop them with mustard. I mean mayo.
It's good.
You die.
Look at that, McDonald's. We just got you fucking free shit, man. If I was
You can't tell me no one's ever thought of that.
if I was a tester or like a food person putting together new items for any restaurant, we'd have, dude. They would instantly become number one restaurant chain, whatever they're going. Because the stupidest things that these people, let's just do out the same old boring shit. No, look at your menu. Put shit together. You know how many employees of all these restaurants have made like the concoctions of fucking great shit.
1993 Utah Jazz center Mark Eaton blocks 2 shots in a 96-89 win over Seattle Supersonics. He becomes only the second player in NBA history, along with Kareem, to record 3,000 career blocks.
At the time.
Nowadays, number 1, Hakeem Olajuwon, 38-30. Dikembe Mutombo, 32-89. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 31-89. Artist Gilmore, 31-78. And old Mark Eaton got 62 more after those 2 block shots.
Yeah.
They get 30-64. Yeah.
We got 64 more.
That's 60.
Clearly, his 2 block shots got him to 3,000.
Right. 64 more to get 30-64. And then Tim Duncan comes in with 30-62. Nope, 30-20. Fantastic, Tim.
Moving on to the last day of the week in the 15th. January 15th, 1892. Basketball rules first published in Triangle magazine, written by James Naismith.
Fantastic. 1950, 15th January. Red Wings rookie goalie Terry Sawchuk records his first of 115 career NHL shutouts as Detroit Red Wings beat up on the New York Rangers 1-0 at Madison Square Garden.
Good for him. 1967, Super Bowl I. First ever one. Green Bay Packers beat up on the Kansas City Chiefs 35-10. MVP, Bart Starr with 2 R's.
1978, Super Bowl 12 at the Louisiana Silverdome.
Sorry, brothers. I was thinking of Slam the Giant. Brar.
At the Superdome, the Dallas Cowboys beat up on the Denver Broncos 27-10. MVP, Harvey Martin for Dallas, defensive end, and Randy White, Dallas, defensive tackle.
Dang, so they must have beat up on
The Denver Broncos.
John Elway there at that time? I think he
78?
was. 78,
No.
90, yeah.
No.
I think he was.
John Elway was not there in 78.
Yeah, he was.
No.
Yeah, he was.
Out of your mind.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No, you're right, because he only came in 83. 1979, Drew Brees, obviously NFL quarterback, Super Bowl MVP in 2009, New Orleans Saints. 13-time Pro Bowler, 7-time NFL passing yards leader. He was born in Austin, Texas.
Oh, look at that shit. 1981, last day of the week, which is January 15th. Pitcher Bob Gibson is elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in his first year of eligibility.
Of course.
After a stellar 17-year career, he gets 337 votes from Baseball Writers Associations of America.
Should have been all of them, but probably wasn't. 1987 champion.
Black. Still got your racist back then.
Right. 1987 champion Boston Celtics NBA forward Larry Bird.
Hey!
He's named Man of the Year by the Sporting News and Athlete of the Year by the Associated Press. His first time one athlete gains both distinctions.
Fantastic. 1990, January 15th, Golden State coach
Donnie
Nelson becomes
Nelly.
the second man ever in NBA history to appear in 1,000 games, both as a player and a coach. And he joins
Who you think he joins?
the Leinster, Lenny Wilkins. And the Warriors lose 144 to 105 to the Indiana Pacers.
Well, at least he appeared in
They
that
got their
1,000th
ass
game.
whooped.
Right.
Usually
Well,
how it goes.
Well, 1990, in a shrewd move, Detroit Tigers signed first baseman Cecil Fielder, who spent previous season in Japan. He hits 51 homers this MLB season and becomes a premier power hitter for most of the 90s.
Dude, this dude came for Detroit, and they still couldn't go to the playoffs.
Dude,
Dude,
nobody knew about Cecil Fielder
he played for Toronto.
before?
Yep.
Why did he go to Japan?
He just wasn't that great, bud.
Well, what happened to him? What did he do in Japan? That was my
I
question.
must have hit some shit.
You
Came to
don't.
Detroit.
I do.
Came to Detroit for Came to Detroit.
Cecil Fielder was on fucking roids.
Came to Detroit for like 3 years and fucking hammered that shit, and then did nothing else anywhere
Hey, he won a fucking championship.
with fucking.
Yankees.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
maybe.
Yeah, not maybe. We already fucking established that.
Did he? Did he
Yes.
do that?
He's only 59 years old.
That dude is young. He can still play.
He was on fucking PEDs. 100%. 100 fucking percent, dude.
It just he needed the Japan baseball. His boy was good. He wasn't on PE dates.
Part-time for the Blue Jays. He hit 31 home runs, 84 runs batted in during 4 seasons.
Yeah, but not very many games.
And then he goes to Hushin Tigers. They paid him $1 million to go there.
They did.
Holy shit. He was only getting $125,000 per season with the Blue Jays.
Right.
He gets $1 million from Japan,
Because they seen him.
including a chauffeur and a full-time interpreter.
Damn right.
Howard Tiger. What? Oh, he went. Oh, look, he played for the Tigers in Hanshin, and then went to Detroit
He hit
Tigers.
38 home runs at 302 batting average.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking good.
So he got $1 million to go play for 1 season in Japan, and Detroit Tigers was like, "Hell yeah, we'll sign you a two-year, $3 million contract, and I'll hit 51 for you in 1990."
And then hit fucking like
That's it.
40 something.
That's it. That's it. He did everything. He owes everything to Detroit.
With 44 home runs in 91, Cecil joined Hank Greenberg as the only Tigers players ever at the time to hit
Back-to-back
40.
40s.
Yes. Miguel Cabrera joined Greenberg in 2012.
No Detroit Tigers player had turned the mark since Hank Greenberg slugged 58 and 38, and no Tiger player has reached 50 home runs since Cecil Fielder did it.
Miggy had 44. That was it.
He's on PEDs.
Nah.
Yep.
Maybe.
Look at him. How big he was.
He was that
Look how big he was when he went to Detroit.
He was
And
that big already.
I don't know.
It's not even big. He's fat. He wasn't stocky.
Look at him right there. He's not big.
No, he's big.
I don't think so. Where's Toronto? I want to see Toronto fucking pictures. Yeah, this dude's not big at all. Look at him. He'd Barry Bonds
Yeah,
did.
he's huge.
He fucking Barry Bonds
No,
did.
he's huge.
Dude, he's not huge.
Yeah, look
look
how
at
big
him
he is.
right there. Compared to him right there.
That's
Fuck
huge.
out of here.
That's huge.
He's not huge. Hell no. Yeah, he PED'd it up while in fucking Japan.
No, he's got fat.
Japan said, "Come over here. We'll fucking give you some PEDs."
He's got fat.
Hit a bunch of fucking homers off
No.
of our nobody
He
pitchers.
just got fat because he was nothing but a first baseman.
Okay, there's a lot of. I'll show you every first baseman in the league that's not fat.
He just got fat.
Didn't think so.
Look at it.
Don't think so. Don't think so.
He ain't on no
Oh,
drug.
he was a fucking druggie.
He ain't on no
He was a fucking junkie, dude.
Your mom. 1994, January 15th, Lawrence Taylor announces retirement from the NFL. And his final words is, don't do drugs.
Don't smoke crack.
Yeah, don't smoke crack.
And we move on to the last stat of the episode 2000. The year 2000. Utah's Jerry Sloan becomes 12th coach in NBA history to reach the 700 victory plateau when his Jazz beat up on the LA Clippers 112-75. They really did beat up on them at the Delta
did.
Center in Salt Lake City.
Fantastic.
All while getting racial epithets yelled at them.
Hey, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? And that's going to do it for us the week
They are
of
in Utah.
Right. January 9th to the 15th. We'll be back through January 16th to the 22nd. next week. In the meantime, go check out, you already know, Outlaws and Gunslingers, especially if you're interested in that O.J. Simpson trial, which began
That's a slobber knocker there,
in a
boys.
couple of days while we're recording this, but during this week. And then also Battles of the American Civil War. You're listening on the Bang Dang Network where you're getting this from. And once again, patreon.com/Bang Dang, $2 a month. Get all these shows ad-free. And speaking of ads, go to manscaped.com, 20% off and free shipping with the code True Crime. Get yourself a ball trimmer and a bunch of
other shit.
shower goods and
all
body
kinds of stuff on
deodorizers
there,
and
man.
everything you could need from there. Manscaped.com, 20% off using the code True Crime. We'll be back next week, January 16th to the 22nd, with the Monsters Getting Bang
Dang.